Good morning. At the core of any community is its values, the shared ideals about how people should act toward one another, the standards to which we hold ourselves, and those beliefs we find important. I wanted to address 2 of these Penn State core values out of the 6 that are published. Integrity. We act with integrity and honesty in accordance with the highest academic, professional, and ethical standards. Conversely, the integrity, professional, and ethical standards of individuals within our former Office of Attorney General ran counter to those of the university. Frank Fina was the star prosecutor in that office, the guy who made Governor Corbett's career. Fina, along with other officials, including those involved with the Sandusky case, are caught up in what we now know as Porngate and Hategate. Among the hardcore pornography Fina circulated from his office, much of it included women engaged in anal sex, oral sex, and group sex. Images of women being violated with various objects. Recall that Prosecutor Fina supervised that inflammatory grand jury presentment indicting Tim Curley and Gary Schultz with failing to report a crime of violation. A crime acoustically and physically impossible is described and later borne out as untrue by evidence and testimony to a jury in the courtroom. Yet nevertheless, the media has repeated this singular lie as if it were the unassailable truth. Prosecutors have a license to lie. It is not a stretch to see who was behind that lie. Not once has Penn State ever paused to reflect on the established ethics, honesty, and integrity of Tim, Gary, Graham, and Joe. Instead, you chose to question and disbelieve. Perhaps you should seriously question the ethics, honesty, and integrity of Frank Fina. Respect. We respect and honor the dignity of each person and embrace a civil discourse. Civil discourse ceased the moment John Surma stepped over Steve Garvin's body to axe Joe in an ill-timed, late-night press conference carrying out a personal vendetta. Civil discourse was replaced by verbal and physical harassment, death threats, vandalism, and horribly flawed, sensationalist reporting in a media stampede. Respecting the honor and dignity of Joe, Tim, Gary, Graham, the lettermen, the student athletes, and the Penn State community at large vaporized when a former prosecutor, with a license to lie, indicted and smeared us all on July 12, 2012. Fina and Free chose to dishonor by selectively leaking to the media, even including a few board members, to carry out their deeds. I ask that you respect and restore that honor to these people and their families, and you insist on civil discourse by the media and the public. Frank Fina and his fellow gunslingers in the Office of Attorney General reigned with fear and intimidation. It meant there were no holds barred on anybody who worked there. These same prosecutorial bullying tactics were used to silence and discredit Tim Curley and Gary Schultz, suppressing evidence, falsely charging them, and corruptly cooking up a scheme to charge Graham Spanier. Appallingly, your own general counsel helped with that deception. Frank Fina's email scandal of Hategate and Porngate has ripped open a constitutional crisis in our Commonwealth. It has exposed a network that ascribes to core values of intimidation, misconduct, malfeasance, dishonesty, and deceit, a set of values that are antithetical to the values of Penn State, values that have destroyed lives, livelihoods, and reputations, and shaken the very core of the community. Is this our new standard? Thank you.